had an okay morning. Apparently, over 5,000 people have skipped past my shorts. That's right. I had about 500 actual watches out of like 5,500. So I don't know. I decided to come on live and see if there'll be 5,500 fucking people in here all of a sudden, like. So, everybody, good Sunday morning. Today's gonna be the best day ever. I'm Frank, your best friend. I don't think we've ever met. We may have. I can't remember. But if we did, hi. Come on in, you all. Take your time. Pull up a chair. Let's talk about Sunday. We can talk about baseball. We can talk about football. We can talk about whatever's crapping. Whatever's on your plate, man. Like for me, oh, my hero, Rodolfo. I'm trying to train some crows, bro. I'm trying to get these crows to be cool with me because apparently they like to bring people shiny things when they're cool with them. Never know. Maybe I'll get like a necklace out of it or something. So I've been trying to lure them in with peanuts and all types of crazy things like that, and they're coming and they're slowly starting to trust me, but they're tough. I didn't realize that crows were so tough. But anyway, I had so many views this morning on my two shorts. I was like, dude, I have got to try to take advantage of this. And surely, with a minute and 48 seconds, only one person, my favorite Rodolfo, came in to visit me. So how do I get 55,000 views so quick? Such a weird deal, dude. But I got my coffee. I got my Nick OT. They're not consistent with me. They don't come in all the time, and like not every day they come. Like my little bird, the cat bird, he would come every day, chat with me, whistle whatever for like 10, 15 minutes because I love nature, bro. It's so great. Like all these little tiny birds come up to me all the time, all these little critters, and I'll give them food and stuff. It's fun. It's really weird to have these animals just come run up to you. But yeah, man, it's the crow. I think would be special if you can get crows to dig you. Like I say, they actually bring people presents, and I would love to get a present from a bird. To be able to tape that, that would be like, I think a lot of people would like that. But yo, bro, Sunday, right? How's everybody doing? Are we getting it in today? I'm the happiest MFer alive, bro. Who is this Nick O-Teen? Yeah, he's my arch enemy. I got my Bob Burger cup. Can I ask everybody in this room, if you didn't have coffee, how long would you live? Hi, I love your love. I love your things that are popping up. How long would you live without coffee? Me, not much. I don't ask for much. And if I didn't have, I wait. I can't. I go to sleep early thinking about coffee when I wake up. I love it. Yes, keep doing the things. I love that stuff. You guys, I feel like I'm doing so much better. Like I said, this morning I made two shorts, two little jokes. One was a vacation joke. I told my wife, I don't care where we go for a vacation. I just want my wiener to be okay. And she goes, what, your wiener? And I said, yeah, I think we should get a wiener bago. And then I made a gravity joke where a book fell on my head. Yo, sub. And then share, subscribe, comment, and then, like I said. So anyway, the book fell on my head, and I said, well, I guess I don't have anybody to blame but myself. So I'm money. I got 5,500 views already this morning. I had to jump on here to see if people are actually going to hop in. And I got 8 of yous up in here, which is pretty good for me. And then, like I say, let's get this day rolling. I'm positive mental attitude. I hope you can feel the intensity between us. I want to be your best friend ever. All right. So I don't know what's going on with you guys or where you're at, but I believe 100% that this is the day. This is the day that everything changes, bro. This is the day where we all get better because we're going to drink some coffee and maybe have some nicotine and maybe smoke a little bit of the ganj. Which, by the way, I don't know how you guys live, but I love the future. So I type in what kind of pot I want on the old computer thing. And then a few days later, I get bags like these. Like just the best weed you can get. And it's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, I have a lot of blonde hair. I have a lot of brown hair. And surprisingly, I got a lot of gray. But yeah, dude, this is from an online source. I literally buy an ounce for 200 bucks, and it's the best pot you can smoke, and I love every second of it because it's cheap and it's good and it makes me happy. So like I said, if you guys can share, subscribe, comment, let people, let the word out. You know what I mean? Let's get the word out. I had 8 people in here. South Jersey, by the way. I'm in South Jersey. So, New Jersey, for all of its problems, actually has everything pretty good. Like, you can't go wrong right now with living in Jersey. 10, 15 years ago, I would have said, fuck that. What does it say? My hair was medium brown. Now it's white. It's alright. Dude, white hair is great. And I think that I got white hair from the ganja. Because apparently you get white hair from ganja. But my dad has white hair and my uncle has white hair. Who cares? You know, I think white hair actually makes guys look better. I mean, like when you have like the pepper, like that actually, to me, it looks nice, you know? I think it, because I don't mind being who I am. I don't mind that I'm a middle-aged man. I went through life. I went through the difficulties of being a teenager and figuring out who the fuck I was and what I was doing. And then, just like everybody else, it took me X amount of years to figure out what my career was going to be and how I was going to work and who and what I was going to do. And life can be scary when you get out there, and I know all you guys know that. But the good thing is we're all together. So at least you're not going to go through it alone, you know? And that's a comforting fact, because just 20 years ago when I was a kid, well, not 20, I guess 30 plus years, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have ways to communicate with people. All we have is our rage. Well, the other thing is, though, Rodolfo, if you really want, they have men's hair is much easier to just whip, 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 whip. I'm sorry to hear that. I am sorry to hear that that had happened. I will keep them in my prayers. That's horrible. I don't want to see anything like that ever. I don't wish that on my worst enemy, bro. So, some things that happen are just unexplainable, and like I said, sometimes we just gotta get together and keep up the fight and just keep going, man. Because what else can you do? What are you gonna do? Give up? What are you gonna do? Give up? You can't give up. Giving up's not an option. You can't do that, especially when you have kids or family that you love. You know? Trust me, I know. You know, I lost a lot of good people in my time. I lost one of my best friends, and I lost one of my first loves. You know, it was, life can be very hard, especially when it's nobody's fault and somebody passes, like an earthquake. Like, nobody in that country probably did anything to deserve to wake up to people being hurt by an earthquake. I very much doubt that. But the reality is sometimes life fucks you up for no reason, and we need each other to pick each other up. It's the only thing. I wish humankind was a bit more human, if that makes sense to anybody. And I wish that people would worry less about what their problems are and focus on how they can help change other people's lives. I like it when people do cancer research and stuff, right? I love that stuff. I'll always champion that stuff. But what kind of hurts my heart about it is people won't get involved with it until they have it themselves or know somebody who has it, until it affects their lives. That's when they start caring. And that's not right. You shouldn't care when it's needed. It should always be there genuinely. By the way, I'm going to roll a big joint right now because I think we all need this for turkey. Because like I say, turkey, despite how my personal feelings for Erdogan are, Turkey is part of the UN, and they have their purpose to be here, and they're an ally to us, and I hope that all the people that were hurt are okay. I hope that people get out, and I hope there aren't nearly as many deaths as there could be. That shit's scary, bro. Could you imagine? Like, I live in what I consider the safest part of America. America's fucked up if you think about it weather-wise, bro. We get hurricanes, right? Then we get tornadoes. No other continent gets tornadoes. Did you know that? There's no other place in the world that gets tornadoes other than America. And then we got earthquakes, fucking a super volcano in Yellowstone. Like, America's got shit that'll fuck you up. Like the San Andreas Fault. If that shit fucking earthquakes hard enough, say bye-bye, California. Say bye-bye. Because that shit's going to be in the sea. That's catastrophic, bro. Could you imagine waking up and seeing fucking California's 300 feet underneath the earth, and now like Nevada is a ocean state? Like, oh my god, that would be fucking insane. And it's definitely a possibility because that San Andreas Fault runs right there. And I lived in Alaska for a couple of years. Alaska gets a lot of bad earthquakes. I don't know if you know that, but Alaska gets hit by the most earthquakes per state every year. And I think it was like the 1950s or something where Alaska had like a 9 earthquake, like a 9.0 or something, or a high 8. But yeah, they ate shit. They ate shit a couple times, man. And I lived in Alaska. Why the fuck would you want to live in Alaska? Please tell me, God, why? Why would you want to do that? I can't imagine somebody willingly going to unless they're like in the protection program, like witness protection, then I understand it, because who the fuck is going to go to Alaska to look for anybody? Number one, Alaska's fucking cold. Number two, before you even get there, people are going to know you're coming because Alaska doesn't get a lot of people. So when people are coming, all the Alaskans know it. And when somebody's coming weird at a weird time or whatever, people will actually watch them. Fucking Alaska, man, it's a weird place, dude. I highly recommend nobody go there ever. Fucking ever. But I'm almost done rolling up this humongous doobie. You don't get it. Almost got it. It's almost done and we're gonna be smoking a lot. My wife and I were watching TV the other day and she had to explain who Pete Davidson was to me. And she said he was from Saturday Night Live, and I asked her what that was. So apparently this show's been on for 50 years. I think I remember it from the 90s, but I didn't realize it was still there. And this dude apparently named Pete Davidson was on it, and that's why he's a famous individual. And I asked if he was a clone of Steve Buscemi, and she said no. Well, why would I think that? And I said, because he just has that hideous face that only a monster could love, you know what I mean? So she was like, yeah, he goes out with all the hot girls. And I was like, really? She was like, yeah, he's got, Ariana Grande, he went out with this Kardashian. And, I'm thinking to myself, I guess it's true that women really only care about personality. They really don't care about what guys look like. And Pete Davidson, God bless you. You're the ugliest fucking man I've ever seen, but boy, do you get it. So you go, man. I ain't hating you. He's a player, man. If anybody knows Pete Davidson, you better sit down and talk to him. See what he's doing. Somebody's got to let us know what that dude's doing. Personally, it's got to be drugs, I think. Like, he's probably just one of them dudes who's got good drugs. And you know how people are. People always hang out with a cool drug dealer. But that's the thing. Usually there aren't cool drug dealers. I have one. Well, I had one. But now I get it online, so. Alright, everybody, here it is. Time to tell everybody to come on in. We're gonna light up, light out. My kids are out back playing in the yard. Make sure you get that closed. Brianna, make sure you close that when you're done. That's fine. Make sure you close it. Well, not for nothing, but nobody's talked or said nothing since the earthquake. Is everybody okay? Is there anybody with me anymore? It says there's people here, but I don't believe it. Rodolfo, what happened, bro? Do I have to like reset? Where's my boy Johnny Cash? Yo, 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 yo. I'm gonna shut this shit down and come back, because I don't think anybody's in here. Bye.